Ever wondered why you don't see lions participating in the Olympics? It's probably because they sleep for about 20 hours a day. Now that's what I call a power nap. But don't be fooled, these majestic beasts are far from lazy. When they're not dozing off in the warm African sun, they're busy ruling the savannah with a mighty roar that can be heard up to 5 miles away. That's right, we're talking about lions, the kings and queens of the animal kingdom. These big cats are famous for their strength, courage, and of course their luxurious manes. But there's so much more to these fascinating creatures than meets the eye. Did you know, for instance, that a lion's roar is so loud it can be heard from as far away as 5 miles? So buckle up because we're about to embark on a wild journey into the world of lions. Stay with us to discover more fascinating and humorous facts about the king of the jungle. Scene script. Did you know lions are the laziest of the big cats? They really make the most of their royal status. Now, when we say lazy, we don't mean they're lounging around flipping through channels on lion flicks. No, we're talking about their sleeping habits. Lions can catch up to 20 hours of sleep a day. That's right, 20 hours. They are the literal kings and queens of cat naps. And you thought your house cat was a professional sleeper. But don't be fooled. When they're not snoozing, lions are efficient and ruthless hunters. And here's an interesting twist. It's usually the lionesses who do most of the hunting. They work in teams using highly coordinated strategies to bring down their prey, while the male lions, well, they just sit back, relax, and wait for dinner to be served. Talk about having your meal delivered. Now let's dive into their social structure. Unlike other wild cats, lions are incredibly social animals. They live in groups, known as prides, which can include up to 30 lions. Each pride has a clear pecking order, with the oldest and largest male lion at the top. He's the king of the pride, and he gets first dibs on food, and well, everything else. But being king isn't all about leisure and feasting. It also involves a lot of fighting, especially when a younger, stronger lion challenges the reigning king for his throne. These battles can be fierce and brutal, but hey, no one said being king was easy. And speaking of kings, did you know the term lion is also used in the human world to denote a person of exceptional courage and bravery? Well, now you do. And if you think about it, it makes perfect sense. After all, these majestic beasts embody strength, power, and courage like no other animal in the kingdom. So there you have it. Lions. They sleep a lot, hunt efficiently, live in well-structured social groups, and occasionally have to fight for their royal status. And that's why they say it's good to be the king. Scene script. Want to know why male lions grow a mane? It's not just to look fabulous. Picture this. You're a young male lion strutting your stuff on the savannah. You've got a shiny mane cascading down your neck, a glint in your eye, and a strut that says, "I'm the king of the jungle here." But have you ever wondered why the mane? Why not a stylish mohawk or a simple buzz cut? Well, let's dive into the hairy details. Contrary to popular belief, the mane isn't just a fashion statement, it serves some pretty serious purposes. For starters, it's a sign of maturity. Young lions or cubs don't have manes, but as they grow older, their manes start to sprout, signaling to other lions that they're not kids anymore. The mane also plays a critical role in courtship. Let's face it, in the animal kingdom, it's all about the looks. Female lions, or lionesses, are more attracted to male lions with darker and fuller manes. It's a sign of good health and virility, and who wouldn't want a strong and healthy partner? But the mane isn't just about looking good and attracting the ladies. It also serves as a form of protection during fights. Imagine you're a lion getting into a brawl with another lion. It's not all fun and games. Those claws and teeth can do some serious damage. But if you've got a thick mane, it can help protect your neck and throat, the vulnerable areas during a battle. So, while a lion's mane might make them look like the rock stars of the animal kingdom, it's not just for show. It's a sign of maturity, a magnet for the ladies, and a lifesaver in a fight. So, the next time you're having a bad hair day, remember, you could be a lion. Have you ever wondered what's on a lion's menu? Hint, it's not vegan. Now let's take a walk on the wild side and dive into the fascinating dietary habits of these majestic big cats. Lions are what we call obligate carnivores, which is a fancy way of saying they have a strict meat-only diet. No salads for these guys. Their preferred cuisine? Well, it's a bit of a smorgasbord, really. They're not too picky. They'll happily munch on everything from antelopes to zebras, and occasionally, they'll even tuck into an elephant or a hippo. Talk about a hearty meal. But wait, there's more to this story. Lions aren't just any old carnivores. They're apex predators, meaning they're at the top of the food chain. This gives them a bit of a king of the jungle status, but it also means they have to work for their dinner. You see, lions are not the fastest, the strongest, or even the biggest animals in the wild. But what they lack in speed and strength, they make up for in strategy. Lions are social animals, and they use teamwork to their advantage. They hunt in prides, with each member playing a specific role. Some lions chase the prey into a trap, while others do the actual killing. It's a bit like a relay race, but with a lot more teeth. Now, let's talk portions. A lion can eat up to 25 pounds of meat in a single sitting. That's the equivalent of about 80 hamburgers. But don't worry, they don't eat like this every day. Lions are binge eaters. They'll have a big feast, then rest and digest for a few days before hunting again. So there you have it. A day in the life of a lion's stomach. It's a wild ride, full of peril and plenty, with a dash of teamwork thrown in for good measure. So the next time you're feeling guilty about that second slice of pizza, just remember, you're not a lion. Scene script. Ever thought about entering a shouting match with a lion? Spoiler alert, you'd lose. Now let's talk about one of the most iconic sounds in the animal kingdom, the lion's roar. It's not just a fancy party trick, it serves a real purpose. You see, lions don't roar just to give us goosebumps, although they do a fantastic job at it, don't they? A lion's roar is its calling card. It's like their version of a text message, but instead of emojis, they use volume and intensity. A lion's roar can be heard up to 5 miles away. That's like shouting from one end of Manhattan to the other. Now that's what I call a long-distance call. But what are they saying, you ask? Well, it's not exactly Shakespeare. Male lions roar to tell other lions, "Hey, this is my territory, back off!" It's a bit like that grumpy neighbor who always yells, "Get off my lawn," to the kids playing nearby. And the ladies? They're not to be outdone. Female lions also roar to call their cubs. It's their way of saying, "Dinner's ready, time to come home." Imagine if your mom had that kind of volume when she called you for dinner. You'd never miss a meal. Now here's a fun fact. A lion's roar is so powerful, it can reach up to 114 decibels. That's louder than a jackhammer or a rock concert. So if you thought your neighbor's party was loud, think again. And if you're wondering how they manage to roar so loudly without losing their voice, it's all thanks to a special set of vocal cords designed for maximum roarability. Think of it as a built-in megaphone. So, the next time you hear a lion's roar, remember, it's not just noise, it's a message, a warning, a dinner bell, and a show of strength, all rolled into one earth-shaking sound. That's right, when it comes to volume, lions definitely have us beat. So, what have we learned about our furry king of the jungle friends? Well, we've uncovered that a lion's life is not just about lounging around. With up to 20 hours of sleep a day, they're not just the kings, but the ultimate nap champions too. We've got to admire the dedication. Then we dove into the main event, discovering that a male lion's glorious mane is more than just a fashion statement. It's a roaring billboard advertising strength and age to potential mates and rivals. Talk about hair power. Next we learned that lions aren't just big cats, they're big eaters too. A single lion can consume up to 40 pounds of meat in one sitting. That's like eating 72 hamburgers at once. Finally, we roared into the truth about their iconic roars, which can be heard up to 5 miles away. Now that's a wake-up call. And that, my friends, is why lions are the most persuasive creatures in the animal kingdom.